Just met a girl named Maria. Just, there's a lot of editing that goes on with these. 99% of my videos are just like this, just dead silence with me trying to figure out what I'm going to say and how I'm going to say it. Today, I wanted to talk about one of my biggest pet peeves, and that is where someone shares information with you as a confidant, and you turn around and you share something that is not yours to share. Let's talk about being a good confidant. How many times have you been approached or have been engaged in a conversation where one of the parties comes up and says, "Hey, can I tell you something? And please don't tell anyone else. I was asked not to say anything about it." Or worse, here's a question that might be even more uncomfortable to ask yourself and myself. How many times have you let them? How many times have you had the opportunity before someone said something to say, "No, don't say anything. If you were told not to share it, then don't share it"? How many times has that opportunity risen in a conversation and you or I just decided to let them spill the beans?
I am ashamed.
I can tell you from personal experience, as everyone has had, that the three biggest reasons why someone would be hesitant in sharing sensitive information about themselves is because they either are fearful of judgment or a withdrawal of love and respect. They're scared that it's going to be shared by you. And then the third is they are scared that it's going to be used against them somehow. And this video is going to be based off of the assumption that you're not scared of losing love or respect. Otherwise, you wouldn't be sharing it in the first place, really. And you're not scared that someone's going to use it against you. This is for people who share information coming from a good place, but it's still not their place to do it. And it's actually very simple. Unless what is shared with you is egregiously horrible and criminal in nature, or it is absolutely obvious that it's open record.
With the greatest possible respect, zip your howling screamer.
And when I say obvious, that falls into two categories. Either A, during the conversation, it was clearly and explicitly communicated that it's public information and you don't have to keep it a secret. Or B, you guys are in a setting where there's other family or friends around that are within earshot and can hear it, and it's totally apparent that it's not meant just for your ears. Now, please don't misunderstand. I am very aware of the fact that there are always exceptions to any rule, and that there might be situations or scenarios that you can concoct that fall outside of those categories. But those are the exception, and they are fewer and farther in between than some people might lead themselves to believe. And even when those exceptions do exist, they are 99% of the time extremely limited as it pertains to who you are sharing that information with. It is almost always on a need-to-know basis. There are certain individuals in my life that I have shared information with that I regret sharing information with, that in turn shared that information that was not theirs to share, and there was a loss of trust. Not a loss of love or respect, but just a loss of trust that they can't keep a cap on it. And I don't tell those certain people things anymore. And likewise, I have been that person before. I have been the person, everyone I'm sure has been the person that someone placed trust in, and you chose to take that trust and to break it. I think a lot of us as well are expecting someone to say, hey, please don't tell anyone about this. And once that condition's met, then they won't tell anyone. But if it's not said, then they think it's fair game to share. And that's not the case. It's implicit. If someone is telling you sensitive information and you're going to be able to know, you're a smart person, what sensitive information entails, and they're saying it in a setting where you guys are by yourselves and it's clear that it's not meant to be heard by anyone else, they shouldn't have to tell you. That should just be implicit. And I get it. I get that 99% of the time, these people are coming from a good place when they share this information. They're worried about the person. They're concerned. They want them to get help, whatever it is. And that's something you're just going to have to weigh on your own. Every situation is different. Is the trust more important, or is well-being more important? Is it possible that they coincide or interlock? I don't know what you would say. Is it possible that if you lose that trust, then this is also going to degrade? I don't know. Totally dependent on the situation, and that's something that you're going to have to play by ear every time. But as a general rule, just don't share it.
That's none of your business.
Short video. That's really the gist of it. Again, thinking out loud. Be safe and be decent.